Hello, this is Tanisha J. Welcome back to Cosmic Roots Alchemy. This is a space for sacred reflection, spiritual insight, and collective healing. The cards are not here to predict your future, they are here to reveal the energy of the present moment, the lessons asking to be understood, and the wisdom available to guide us forward. As always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and trust your own discernment. These readings are intended for spiritual reflection and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional, legal, financial, medical, or factual advice. The ancestors may whisper, spirit may nudge, the cards may illuminate, but the journey always is yours. Now let's see what message are emerging for the collective today. Today we are doing a pendulum reading. And we're doing a pendulum reading on Karmelo Anthony. With all the new evidence that has come forth, we are going to see how the new evidence will affect what is going on. I'm doing a pendulum reading on the new evidence that questions the incident, the trial, and appeal. I will break down the questions into sections: the incident, the trial, and the appeal, to ask questions and see what spirits reveal. The first set of questions will be the incident questions. Before I begin, I'm going to be showing you how the pendulum will sway for yes, how it will sway for no, just so you get an idea. Is my name Tanisha J? The pendulum is showing you yes, if you can see that. Is my name Rihanna? The pendulum is showing you no. So it goes side to side for no and up and down for yes. So that's what you'll be seeing majority of the reading. So now we will begin the reading. Okay, as we begin the reading, first let's ask Spirit. Hold on one second. I want to make sure you guys are able to hear me. Excuse me. Okay, let's ask Spirit, what month did the incident happen with Karmelo Anthony and the Metcalf twins? What month did the incident happen? Show me the month. It is swaying to April, and it did happen in April 2025. April 2nd, 2025 is when it happened. Now let's go back onto the board of the yes and no. As I said, I will begin with the incident questions. So we're going to start with the questions of what happened that day. The first question is, did Karmelo Anthony initiate the fight? Did Karmelo Anthony initiate the fight? The answer is no. Did the Metcalf twins initiate the fight? Did the Metcalf twins initiate the fight? The answer is yes. Did the Metcalf twins have previous issues of harassment or bullying others? Did the Metcalf twins have previous issues of harassment or bullying others? The answer is yes. Did Karmelo Anthony have previous issues of harassment or bullying others? Did Karmelo Anthony had issues previously of harassment or bullying others? The answer is no. Did Karmelo Anthony attack Austin or Hunter first? Did Karmelo Anthony attack Austin or Hunter first? The answer is no. Did Austin or Hunter attack Karmelo first? Did Austin or Hunter attack Karmelo first? The answer is yes. Did Karmelo bring a knife to the track meet? Did Karmelo bring a knife to the track meet? The answer is no. At the time of the incident, was the Metcalf twins suspended from school? At the time of the incident, was the Metcalf twins suspended from school? The answer is yes. The Metcalf twins was suspended from school. Did Karmelo at the time of the incident, did Karmelo act in self-defense? Did Karmelo act in self-defense? The answer is yes. Is there a video out there? Is there a video that is present that shows the whole incident happening? Is there a video available that shows everything that happened that day, that video? It says yes. Okay, this is the last question for the incident questions. Okay, let me see. Was the video that shows the complete incident deleted or destroyed? The video that shows the whole incident, was it deleted or destroyed? I said yes, it was. Well, let me say this because there's many videos out there. Did the video that clearly show everything, was it destroyed or deleted? The video that clearly showed the incident, was it destroyed or deleted? Yes. Okay. Now what we're going to do, going to slow down, and we're going to the trial questions. What happened during the trial? Okay, next are trial questions. Did Judge Roach retire because he knew the evidence in the Karmelo case would come to prove the witness and evidence wrong? Did Judge Roach retire because he knew the evidence in the Karmelo case would come to prove the witnesses and evidence wrong? Answer is yes. Did the Metcalf parents paid or did anything to have the case sway in their way? Did the Metcalf parents did anything, paid or did any favors or anything to have the trial sway in their favor? The answer is yes. Did witnesses change their story when it was time to testify? Did witnesses change their story when it was time to testify? The answer is yes. Will the witnesses who made false accusations be revealed? Will the witnesses who made false accusations be revealed? Yes. Was the lawyer Mike Howard working to prove Karmelo innocence? Was Karmelo lawyer Mike Howard working to prove Karmelo innocence? The answer is yes. Was Karmelo Anthony lawyer Mike Howard paid to swing the case? Was Karmelo Anthony lawyer Mike Howard paid to swing the case? The answer is no. Was there a psych eval done for Karmelo Anthony to explain his state of mind during the incident? Was there a psych eval done on Karmelo Anthony to explain his state of mind during the incident? No. Was the Metcalf family and Judge Roach friends? Was the Metcalf family and Judge Roach friends? And it says yes on that. Was the Metcalf family and Mike Howard friends? Was the Metcalf family and Mike Howard, Karmelo Anthony lawyer, were friends? It said yes. Were white jurors chosen specifically on purpose? Were white jurors chosen specifically on purpose? The answer is yes. Were eligible black jurors dismissed purposefully? Were eligible black jurors dismissed purposefully? The answer is yes. Now we are going to move on to the questions for the appeal section. Now we're going to move on to the questions for the appeal section. Okay. Will the appeal request, I can't talk, sorry. Will the appeal request for Karmelo Anthony be approved? Will the appeal request for Karmelo Anthony be approved? The answer is yes. Will the appeal requested be based on a mistrial of the previous case? Will the appeal be requested for a mistrial of the previous case? Yes, that is the answer. Will the new trial focus on a self-defense argument? Will the new trial focus on the self-defense argument? It says yes. Will the trial be moved to another city? Will the trial be moved to another city? The answer is yes. Will new witnesses be called for the self-defense case? Will new witnesses be called for the self-defense case? The answer is yes. Will new evidence be revealed in the new trial? Will new evidence be coming forth and used in the new trial? The answer is yes. Will Karmelo old lawyer be representing him in the new case? Will Karmelo old lawyer be representing him in the new case? No. Will there be a new lawyer representing Karmelo? Will there be a new lawyer representing Karmelo in the new case? Yes. There will be a new lawyer representing Karmelo. Okay, that is the end of the questions for the incident, the trial, and the appeal. Thank you, Spirit, for guiding us with these questions. We thank you. May the questions be closed out. May this session be closed out now. Thank you. There is another question I wanted to ask, but this one I needed my tarot cards for. So I'm going to move this. And, oh, that wasn't in the way the whole time. I have to look and see. Because one of the questions I wanted to know was why why did Karmelo Anthony did not testify, or why did Hunter Austin not testify? And the first question I asked was, why did Hunter Austin not testify? And these are the cards that I got. Hope you can see those cards. I'm going to make sure I'm able to line these cards up. Hold on one second so that you can see these cards. Okay. Okay. Now, with these cards, when I asked that question and I saw the Page of Swords, that let me know, the Page of Swords here, that let me know, yes, he did know what happened at the incident. He does know what happened. He is an eyewitness. However, they did not want him to testify because he may not align with the story that was created, because he know the truth of what happened. However, with one or two things I felt with these cards, with the Seven of Cups, was that either his story wouldn't align with what they needed to be drawn out for the case, or he now was stating, I feel confused. I don't know what was going on. Because of the situation, he's become overwhelmed, and and that was one of the reasons they said, okay, we're not going to use it because he's going to be overwhelmed with things or whatever, XYZ. And then also too, with this Queen of Swords, I don't know why every time when I read on them, the Queen of Swords come in, and I feel like that's their mother for some reason. Um, but I feel like she knew the truth, like, and she was like, no, we're not gonna allow him to testify. Now, for those who don't know, there actually is, um, I think, a news report. There is a video out there where they're questioning him, and he states, "My brother grabbed Carmelo bag." So with that, I don't think they would want him to go and testify that, because that would state that his brother was the one who actually initiated the not him, I'm sorry, he initiated the he's because he said his brother grabbed the bag. And also he would say too it was in the self-defense. I think because every time I get this card, I feel like this is Karmelo Anthony, like this is the only thing I had to do in self-defense. And also with that too, with this here, with these cards, they're not going to tell the truth about what really happened. They're not going to tell the truth, because if they tell the truth, it would not look good for them. Um, and he's very sorrowful about what happened. He hate that what happened. He hate there was different choices. I believe that twin name is Hunter. He hate that this is the choice and this is what happened to it. And the father, I feel like the King of Cups is the father. He the energy of the father is more of an energy of a reckless, manipulative person. And he was more allegedly, this, like I said, this is not factual, this is not truth. Everything that I'm talking about, this is just us talking and having conversation with the cards. But I feel like with him, he was more of what's the word, father? He was more about the ego. He was more about the presentation of who the family was and how the family should come. Also with the mother and the father, she was more of like well, both of them know the truth of what truly happened, but he was saying, I don't want this to look this way and I don't want this to look that way. And she knew the truth of what truly happened. And she was just like, no, it would not align with everything that is being told. Because, like, again, this is coming together, the Seven of Cups reverse and the Temperance card reverse. Again, it comes into imbalance, a disruption of what would have really need to be told about that story. So therefore, that's why they called his testimony off, because he was scheduled to testify. So I'm going to remove these cards and I'm going to show you the cards I got for Karmelo, because I want to know why Karmelo lawyer didn't want him to testify in his own trial. I hope you can see these cards. Okay. Hold on, let me go here. Okay, with these cards right here, this is what I feel with these cards. Because I feel as if they did not want him to testify. Yes, he could reveal truly what happened. Yes, he could say this is what happened and give a great account of what truly happened. However, they were not confident about him being able to shine through and come out on top. They really had to think about it. And the reason they thought about it, because it was like Karmelo is going to offer them this just one story, and his stories were going to be different. They compared his story to the all the other witnesses and everything. Was like, and they were kind of like, we don't know if that would help, if his story would even help, because everyone is saying this while he is saying this. Everyone's against him. This could bury him. This could like put him in the wrong light. We don't know what possibly could happen. So they gave up on that. They gave up on it. And it was like, we're not going to do it, because if anything, we don't know what would happen when we put him up on that stand and they ask him the questions. We don't know how his emotions going to go. Being that he's young, he's still a child. He is a child. And with all these things stacked up against, they just thought, no, we're not going to do that. But for some reason, y'all, I don't know, during the reading with Karmelo, I felt like his mother and his team knew that this case was going to be soured and that a new case would have to be requested before it all went down. Um, but however, as we're talking about on the stand, on the trial, the reason they didn't do it, because they felt like it would be too overwhelming, especially with everybody else's story against his story, that would sink him. And also they wouldn't know the emotions that would come. So they thought about it and it was like, no, we're not going to do that. They did not want to hurt the case, and they did not want to hurt his chances of anything, because sometimes being silent is the best weapon, to be honest with you. Sometimes, and to be honest, that approach did help him being silent, because as now the community and everyone who's coming together, they're piecing things together, and everyone's story is different. Everything is, like we say, the new evidence are coming in, and with the evidence coming in, the new evidence coming in, nothing is coming together. A lot of things are being revealed and uncovered. So to be honest, that strategy actually helped, because we never heard from him. We may hear from him in the appeals case. We will see when it comes through. But for that reason, they did not want him on that stand. It was basically protecting him. And they saw how the case would go, especially after seeing how everyone else was coming and stating and changing their stories and all these things were happening. That was the best solution that they could offer. Okay, we have come to the end of the reading of the evidence of the additional evidence that has come into this trial. If you like the pendulum reading, let me know. Let me know if, hey, yeah, we can do this again. Nah, we don't want that. We can want to continue to have the cards, and I will be fine with that. But I just wanted to try something different. However, let the discussion continue to be in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what evidence is still out there that I may not be aware of, or there are or people have talked, but no one has really brought it to the forefront. Let's continue the conversation about what is going on in this case. Because to be honest with you, community, you have been the ones helping this case to be brought front and center. And I thank you for that. And again, our prayers and everything are with the Karmelo Anthony family, and as they're going through this time um, with their son. And I can see the community, everyone is here for him, and we wish him well when it comes to the next case, because there has to be a new case. Even I agree that some of these things are jigsaw puzzles not coming together, and it's not sitting very well for what they how they accuse him. But again, thank you so much for your time in this reading. And until next time, stay rooted.